Hello, welcome to Walking in Faith. I am Deacon Paula, assigned to the Episcopal Church of St. John the Baptist. I'm here at home today with my friend, the very new Canon to the Ordinary, Reverend Martha Kirkpatrick. Thanks for coming down and visiting.
Oh, my pleasure.
You know, Martha, the words in the church sometimes are very confusing. And maybe you can tell us, because I don't even know how to put the name together, but what is the Canon to the Ordinary? What does that mean?
Well, canon is one of those words that has lots of meanings, but probably the simple way to understand it is it's an official church person.
Ah, okay.
That isn't part of a particular church, and every bishop has a canon or several. They're kind of where we report to the bishop and represent the bishop. To the ordinary basically means to the ordained.
Oh, okay.
So one of the key functions that I have is to support deacons, clergy, priests in the diocese, people who want to come to the diocese, people who are in transition as they're going through the ordination process. When you were looking to come from Maryland to the Diocese of Delaware, you contact the Canon to the Ordinary and say, I'm here, I'd like, so that's a big piece of that.
All right.
Another big piece of what I do is to support churches that are in transition. So they've lost their rector's retired, and that's really a wonderful, it's like any big transition in our lives, graduation, marriage. It's a particularly alive time for a church to say, who is God calling us to be? What are we called to do in the community? Who are we? And so the Canon of the Ordinary's role is to support and provide enough structure and process for that, so that a church is supported, and also so that it's a creative time for the Holy Spirit to move with this community and really invite that kind of creativity. Bishop Brown has actually renamed my role Canon to the Ordinary for Vitality and Renewal.
Okay.
So that's his real emphasis, is to say, the church today is not what it was 10 years ago. We don't know what it's going to be 10 years from now. Society is changing. We're in a real period of time when we need to really be asking ourselves, what is God calling us to
Wow.
be? So it's exciting. I think it's very exciting.
Well, it's a perfect position for you.
Oh, thank you.
Now,
I haven't figured it out yet, but that's good.
Now, tell me something. How will this affect us down here? We're way down here in Sussex County,
Well, I come from Maine, where from one end of the state to the other is 8 hours. So, it's great. I can be down and back, and I have actually spent more time in southern Delaware so far than, of course, I've only been on the job for 2 weeks, but more time in southern Delaware. And it's really, the bishop wants me to be preaching and celebrating around the diocese, and I'm going to be spending most of my time probably with churches that are in transition.
Okay.
And so I'm already set up to preach and celebrate at St. Philip's and Laurel, at Christ Church Milford. I'm going to be going down to All Saints and St. George's in Rehoboth because they're in transition.
Okay.
So,
but you'll come.
all over.
But if we invite you, you'll come down.
Yeah, plenty of times.
Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
All right. So you'll be on my hit list to call.
Good.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Well,
Get me on speed dial.
Well, and here's the other unusual thing about the two of us. We have a very special connection in our past, do we not?
Yes, we do.
And you're from Maine, and I came from Maryland, but I went through formation, and I was ordained by the wonderful Chilton Knudsen, the bishop at that time in Maryland.
Yep. She was my bishop when I was first discerning a possible call to the priesthood in Maine, and she was I was working in government.
Okay.
And a brand new Episcopalian. I'd only been in the church for a couple of years, and I barely knew what a sanctus was or whatever. And she was just wonderful. She was just very supportive and encouraging and open to the movement of the Spirit and helping me discern and other people discern with me. So.
Clearly it worked.
Yeah,
clearly it worked.
Well, here we are.
Here we are, and now we're working together, which is amazing.
That's very cool.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for joining us down here in Milton today. And we have so many cool people in the Episcopal Church. If you want to meet more of us, please join us any Sunday at St. John the Baptist at 10 a.m. for worship. All are welcome, no exceptions.